Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Dutch Skyscrapers by Phil the Hat. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Within the main 9x9 grid, that's the grid with the thick black lines around it, each row, column, and 3x3 box must contain the digits 1 to 9 once only. Skyscrapers, cells outside the grid, so all the cells that are outside the thick black line, must contain the number of buildings seen from that position, looking into and across the grid from that position, where each cell within the grid represents the height of a building, and taller buildings obscure the view of shorter ones. Right, so looking from this direction, right, so from left to right in the third row. Okay, I'm gonna keep on counting within the grid, right? So this is the third row, since if we start counting from here, the outside of the grid do not count. On the third row, if this was, for instance, 1, and this was 2, and this one was 9, then looking from this direction, we see the first building because it has 1 floors. And then we can see the second floor of the second building because it has 2 floors. And then we can see the third building, which has 9 floors. So we see the top 7 floors. But everything after that, all the buildings after that are going to be hidden by this 9 because they're all shorter. Yeah. So this one has to be a 3 then. From looking from the other side, then we could have up to 7. Since we can never see beyond the 9, right? And if we had a 7 here, for instance, then we know that the 9 has to appear here somewhere, right? Because we need at least 6 buildings before it. Right. What else? Dutch Whispers. Adjacent cells along an orange line must differ by 4 or more. All the lines are orange. For solution checking outside the grid, you only need to enter the digits that are on lines. Okay. That's it. Sip of tea. Reset the time. And let's have a look. So we are given a digit, so there's already that. However, that digit is a 5. So this has to be a 1 or a 9, right? A 1 or a 9. So along a Dutch Whispers line, if we don't have a 5 to play around with, then the sequence of digits is like on a German Whispers line, has to be alternating between the low and the high digits, right? So 1 to 4 and 6 to 9. The only exception is when we have a 5, because if this was, well, actually it's even worse here. If this was a 9, for instance, this could be a 5 and this would be a 9 again, or it could be a 1. So we wouldn't know what the sequence is anymore if we had to consider a 5. But since here we don't have to consider a 5, in box number 5, we can color the sets in, right? Yellow and blue. Right. And this sequence is going to have to continue along the line in column number 5, because again we've used up the 5. So these are yellow again, and these would have to be blue. Actually, no, this is not true, because I can have a 5 here. So this is it. This is blue. I can repeat the digits outside of the grid. They have no implication on these, of course, because otherwise we wouldn't have enough digits, right? Okay. But even then, I have still used all of my yellow cells or yellow digits in column number 5. So all of these have to be blue. Okay. Right, interesting. Interesting. So this one is yellow or 5. Hmm. Okay. Right. So how is this going to work? How is this going to work? If I don't put a 5 on this side, then this would work, right? This would be blue and would have 2 yellow. But if I do put a 5, this one can't be 5, right? Because then both of these would have to be. Oh, no. Because one of those would have to be blue then, and that wouldn't work, right? But this one can be 5 and this one can be 5. But that still wouldn't work because if I put a 5 here, then this would have to be yellow and then we'd get a blue again. Yeah, 5 here and we'd get a yellow and then a blue again. Yeah, so there's no 5 there. And then this would have to be blue and these would have to be yellow. Right, so now I've exhausted all of the blue. Right, so this could be yellow and then 5, or it could be 5 and then yellow. So I have no idea. All I know that there is a 5 here and a yellow, which means that this one is yellow, right? Right. Did that help? Did that help? Do I know what these are? I don't. Well, I do know that there is a 5, but that doesn't help me, does it? That doesn't help me because the 5 could be in the middle as well. I still need a blue and a yellow, so right. 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 And I have no idea what these are then because this directly could be a 5, right? So I can either have a 5 here or I need one blue and one yellow. Hmm. One blue and one yellow is. Well, if these aren't 5, no, they don't have to. I was going to say they have to add up to 10. They don't have to, but that's the maximum, right? They can add up to. I mean, even if we put 5, the maximum is 10, but we can't have 5 on both sides because 5 on both sides would need a 9 here, right? That's if we put a 5 there, the minimum we could have the 9 in the minimum distance is here to be able to have 5 buildings. But that would be the same from the other side, which means that this would have to be the 9, and that doesn't work. But if one of them is 5, the other one. Well, if one of them is 5, the other one has to be from the low digits, right? Because those can never intersect. Well, that wouldn't make any sense, right? If this is a 7, oops. If this is a 7, then the earliest we can put a 9 is here, right? The 9 has to be in one of those. But if this is a 9, then maximum we could have here is a 3. 1, 2, 3. So if this one was a 6, then that definitely wouldn't work because one of would require the 9 to be at, at least here, and the other one needs it in box number 8, so that wouldn't work. Okay, but that's not getting me anywhere anyway because these are different colors, and it would have been nice if they were of the same color, wouldn't it? Because then I would be able to say, oh, those are either 5 or low digits, but they're not. So I'm getting nowhere. Right. Right. Though I know what color this box is, right? Because those are one yellow and one blue. And I need one yellow and one blue here to complete the column. So I have 4 yellow already, and this one has to be blue for what it's worth. Not sure what that's worth. But okay. Can I? No, I can't. I wanted to see if I can find where the 1-9 blue is, but I don't think that I can find that out. Right. But then, how is this going to work? Interesting. Interesting. I know that these are... these are of the same digit. What does that mean? The same digit, the same set. What does that mean? Does that give me any insight into what that is? Doesn't, does it? What about these? Again. Right, so this is either a blue or a 5, right? Let's look at it this way. Now consider them one at a time. If this is a 5, then okay, if this is a blue, what can blues before let's consider the color first before we can consider 5. If this is blue and it's a low digit, would that work? Because then this is a high digit, this is covered, and then we have 3 high digits. That's fine, right? That should work. And if it's a high digit, then this is low, this is high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum. That wouldn't work. So blue can't be a high digit. Oh, that's interesting. If I'm correct, I'm gonna take another sip of tea and think of it again. If this is a high digit, then definitely this one blocks these 3. Well, blocks these 4, right? Whatever it is, a 6 here would block all of these. So we can see 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 maximum. Right. So blue cannot be a high digit if this is blue, but this could be 5, and then it would have no implication, right? Because apparently 5 works. Yeah. Okay. So this is either 5 or blue is a low digit. Okay, and then from the other side, this is yellow. Okay, if yellow is a low digit, that would work, right? Those could be, as long as this is 9, this would work. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it's a low digit, this is a 4. And if it's a high digit, yeah, that would work. Bummer. That would work. A high digit would work. Okay. So if this is a 5, right, blue as a low digit works, and blue would only work as a high digit if this is 5, right? And that still worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Yeah, and then this one would have to be 1. That seems to be okay. That seems to be okay. Because if this is 5, then this one would have to be 9, right? So that's the only way we can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this would have to be 9. This would be 1. And 1 is a low digit, so that's fine. Okay. And if this is a high digit, then blue is low digits. Okay, but would it work if this is a low digit and that's a high digit? How would that work? Well, I mean, yeah, of course it will work. Because this, yeah, this could be 9. And then we could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is definitely a high digit. And this would be 1, so yeah, that works. I'm stumped. I am stumped. It doesn't say anything about not putting 5s outside the grid, right? That would be nice. Um, right. Right. And if there's any implication if I put a 9 here, there isn't, because 5 is next to 1 then, and that's fine. That is fine. This would, oh, hold on. Hold on. If this is 5, then this would have to be 1, because this would have to still work as a Dutch Whispers line. It doesn't matter that there are 2 5s. So but if this is 1, then this would have to be 9. That doesn't work. This can't be 1, 9. So oh, right, this can't be 5. This can't be 5. This is definitely a blue. Ah, and blue can't be a high digit. Because if blue was a high digit, then this would be a low digit. So we'd see 1, 2, and then only 3, 4, 5, and that doesn't work. So blue is a low digit. Right. That's useful. And now I know that this is 9. And the rest are from 6, 7, 8, or 9. Or maybe not. I'm gonna have to look at that. But now I know that this is 9. So we're off. 9. These aren't 9, of course. And if these aren't, well, these aren't 9 either. So if there's no 9, then this can't be 4, because 4 requires an 8 and a 9. Well, an 8 or a 9, but if it's between 2, then it needs both of them. Then this one can still be 4. Right. This one can't be 4. Well, yeah, this can be 4, because both of these could be 8. But these can't be 4. Okay. Right. What does that mean? This, of course, has no impact on this one, which could be actually a 5 as well. So this isn't, I don't know that this one is yellow. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. Actually, I'm going to take the color out of this one as well, because I'm going to be confused. Well, I've already colored all of that, but just to be sure. Just to be sure. Okay. So, all right. But I do need the 9 here. Doesn't matter where I put the 5, I'm going to need a 9. Right? That makes sense. It's the yellow 9. So these couldn't be 9. Right. And that means that this one isn't a 4. And that's about it. Right. Right. I do need a 5 here. And I do need a yellow, a 9. But I don't know where that is, do I? I don't know. Any of them would work. That's the disadvantage of just getting a 9. I have still no idea. Well, I think this one can't be an 8 though, right? Because we do need an 8 in one of those, because one of these is a 4, and it doesn't matter which one is a 4, it would require an 8 somewhere here. So this one isn't an 8. Right. So now I know that there's definitely an 8 here, and there are no 8s there. What does it matter? Well, it matters because now I know that I can't have a 4 yellow here. Well, I mean, if all four, blue, I mean, all 4s are blue, but I can't because there's no 8 and there's no 9. I need the 9 here. Oh, actually, I could maybe better pencil mark this, right? 5, 9. Right. So I definitely, no, I don't. I can have a 4 there. I don't definitely need a 4 here. I could have a 4 there. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I am silly. Very much so. This one can't be 4, right? Because we can't see this one behind that. So the maximum this could be is 3. The whole point of having a 9 is to limit, not the whole point, but limit the skyscrapers. And I got a 9 here and I could only think about the Dutch Whispers line. So this is a maximum of 3, and this one actually is a maximum of 6, right? Because we can't see anything behind the 9. And actually we can't see the 5 either. So this is a maximum of 5. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4. This one we can't see behind the 6 or 7 and 5. So this one is definitely a 5. That's actually quite interesting. Okay. And then these would have to be in order then, because we do need the maximum. So the 4 has to be here. Well, this is definitely a 1 next to the 5. But the 4 has to be there. Well, because there isn't a 4 there. So we definitely need a 4 here. And it couldn't be here, of course, because you can see it 1, 2, then 3, 3, 4. Doesn't work. Okay, so this isn't 4. This one is 4. And then we would need a 9 and a 5. Excellent. Now we know the order. And it's not this. Right. And this would have to be an 8. Again, great. And those aren't 8 anymore. Right. And an 8 can be next to anything at once. Okay. This one isn't an 8, so this one becomes an 8. And this isn't a 4 anymore. This one has to be a 4, a 4. And we get another 8. This one isn't an 8. Right. Neither of them are 1 anymore here. This one isn't a 1 either. This one isn't a 1 either. What else? What else? Not a 4, but we knew that. We knew that. Well, there's a 6 on those, right? One of these is a 6, so this one can't be a 3. This one can't be a 3. This one can't be a 3. Does that matter though? Probably. I know that this one is from 1 to 3, right? That's the maximum. No, actually from 1 to, sorry. Because that's the maximum we can see from this direction. That's the maximum we can see from this direction. Do I need to fill these? I don't think so. I have no way of guessing what that is because I don't know anything about these. The only way I can fill it is by actually filling the grid. So probably doesn't really matter unless it's on a line. Okay. So what could this be? This is from a maximum of 5, isn't it? A maximum of 5. Actually, it's not even 5. This is a maximum of 4. Why isn't it 5? Because I can't have, this is a 1, 2, 3. So I can't have 3 digits here that are less than this one. One of those digits is higher than 1, 2, 3. Right. So if it was this one, then we would see 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this is from 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. That would be, well, this one can't, no. That's not true. I was going to say this one can't be 5, but it can. All right. Hold on a second. This can't be 1. It's a minimum of 2, right? 1 would require a 9 here. 1 would require a 9 here, but 2 doesn't matter because I can put 8 here and then this would work, right? But for the 1, it need a 9 here. How do I continue now? How do I continue? Well, how do I continue? I have no idea. What could this be? I think at maximum, this could be 3, right? Yeah. So it's either 2 or 3. It's either 2 or 3, isn't it? Because it already sees 2, right? And it's not going to see anything behind the 8 except the 9. So it's actually, this is exactly a 3. What am I talking about? How could it be 2? No, this is definitely 3 because we already, yeah, this is definitely 3. We see 1, 2, and then we're going to see the 9. So this is definitely 3. Okay, but that doesn't tell me where the 9 is, so... Oh, and this one is 3 as well. I don't know why I didn't see that, right? It sees 6, 7, 8, and 9. Right, and if this is 3, then this one has to be 7, and if this one is 7, then we don't care. We do not care. This could be 2 or 3. Right. Right, so what is this? This is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And this one is from 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Well, it can't be 1, of course. But 2, 3, 4, or 5. Yeah. How am I going to figure out where the other 5s are? Now, this one could be interesting, right? Because there's no 5 here, but if there is no 5, then what do we have here? Those are different color. Those are the same color, like that. I'm not sure if I can do anything with this. I'm not sure if I can do anything with this. Hold on, I need the 4, but the 4, how is this going to work? Because the 4 has to be next to the 9, and the 5 has to be next to the 9, right? Well, not necessarily. I have the 1, but even if I have a 1, no, that doesn't work. This one has to be 9 to accommodate both the 5 and the 4 that we're still missing, right? There's no other way around it. Because here I'm still missing 4, 5, 4, 5, and 9. Right? In this column, in column number 6. But this sequence only works with the 9 in the middle. So this is 9. Still have no idea which one is 5 and which one is 4, but or do I? No, because well, the 5 is even easier because the 5 could make this one either a 1 or a 9. But this is not a 9, so this would be 1, but this one could be 1 or a 9. The 4 would require a 9 or an 8. This could be 9 or 8, and if this is 4, this would be 8. Okay, so I know that this is 1 or 8. Does that matter? No, I don't. Yeah, I do. 1 or 8. Does that matter? Not sure. So this one is 2. I don't know if that matters, but this is 2. Nothing says that we can't repeat the digits here. That would be great, but there's nothing that says that, right? No, those aren't a set of anything, so yeah, at least I can't see it. Right. And then, so what am I still missing here? I'm missing something from 1, 2, 3, and I'm something from 6, 7. Oh, something from 6, 7. So this one has to be a 7. Definitely. Okay. And then I have a 6 here and something from 1, 2 then. Okay. Right. And if this one is a 7, that's 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, that's useful. And this one couldn't be 5, so it's from 6, 7, 8, or 9. Oh, this isn't 1, so this has no impact. Oh, now I know that this is a 6. Oh, this is a 6. That's a 2 then, and that's a 3, which gives me a 2 here. And this isn't a 2. Right. So this has to be a 2. Am I mistaken? I don't think so. That's a 6, that's a 1, and that's a 7. Okay, so far so good. That's a 3. So far so good. Right. How do I continue though? I'm still puzzled because I'm gonna have to figure out. I think this is the best. I'm gonna have to figure out where the 5 is, and I think my best chance is here, right? Because unfortunately, I do have a place outside of the line where I can have a 5 if needed, but I don't. Do I need a 5? How? Well, there's no 5 here. That's for sure. Okay, so far so good. But this could be 5. No, this can't be 5. This is definitely 6, 7, 8, or 9 because we couldn't have a 1 here. Oh, so that's good. Well, that is good. Well, it's not 6 or 7. It's 8 or 9. Right. And since this isn't a 5, it's definitely blue. Since this isn't a 5, then it's definitely yellow. Right. And that's 1 or 4 then. Okay. Okay, but this one is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is a 5, then that's a 9, and that's a 4. Yeah, that should be okay. That's an 8. That should be okay. Right. I mean, it would be nice to puzzle out where the 9s are as well, but I don't know that I know that. Where's the earliest 9 we can have here? There, right? One of those is a 9. One of these is a 9. Okay, and if this one is a 9, what does that mean? I have no idea. Well, this one can't be 5, actually. Because if this one is 5, this one is 9. And for this one to be 9, those will have to be in absolute order, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for me to be able to see 9. So this isn't 5. Oh, and this isn't 9 because, like I said, it requires 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good to keep that in mind. So this is 6, 7, or 8. 6, 7, or 8. Does that work? Does that work? As in, can this be 9? That's the question. Then this can't be 7 then. This would have to be 6, right? Right, no, that's not true. It could be 7, maybe. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. This can't be 7. This can't be 6. So maybe not. Maybe not. This would have to be 6. But even then, 2, 4, 5. How would that work? Let's say 1, 2, 3, and then 8, 9. Yeah, that would work. Okay, so we can have a 9 here. Probably. That's the best that I can do. That's not great, is it? I can only have one blue still here, and the rest are yellow. Does that help me? Oh, actually, now I know that this is 1, 2, or 3 maximum, isn't it? All right, because if I need a 9 in one of those, then this is one. Well, yeah, 1, 2, or 3 maximum. Okay, so this one is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't help me very much. Does it? I mean, this one can't be 5, because this one can't be. Oh, right. It's 8 or 9. Aha. Aha. So if this is 9, then this would have to be 8. And this would have to be 1. So does it still work with a 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. That's 2, 4. Let's put 5. 6. No. This is a 4 then. Okay, then the minimum I can have here is 5, 4, 5, but this isn't 6. And if this is 7, then I can only have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no 8 here, so can't see anything. 5. Yeah, 4, 5, 7 or whatever. Yeah. 4, 5, 7. There's no 8 here. So, right, so this can't be 9. That doesn't work anymore. This has to be 9. If this is 9, then that's 1. That doesn't have an impact there. That doesn't have an impact there. Okay. That didn't really, though, resolve it. I can still have 4 or 5. I can still have 4 or 5. And this is from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is 5, then this is 9. It doesn't matter. This one could be 1 then. No. This can't be 5 for the same reason. Because if this is 9 and that's 5, that doesn't work. So this isn't 5. This is definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is then, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's less useful. Less useful. But this has to be a 3, doesn't it? Because I need 1 with that 6. This is 1, 6. It can't be 6, 3. So this is 3. For what it's worth. For what it's worth. Can this be 8? I mean, I have no idea. This again would have to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So, okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those we can see. This is 1 then. We can't see it. Then 8, 9. So maximum. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This can't be 8. So this can't be 4. So now I have a 2, 3. I'm not sure how that helps, but okay. Oh, this is definitely 7. I'm gonna keep on forgetting these, won't I? Right. So how does that work now? Can this be 1? Let's say this is 1. So we see this one, and suppose it's 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 8, 6, 7. No, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this would be 6. That doesn't work. If this is 4, then this doesn't work. 2, 3. What am I talking about? If this is 1, then that doesn't work. 2, this is 1, we don't see it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or it has to be 8, not 6. I'm counting the buildings that we can see, but it has to be 8. So it's 5, then 6. That doesn't work. Okay, so this can't be 1. It has to be 4 to be seen by this one. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, doesn't have to be 8 here though, right? 6, 7, and then 8 somewhere here. But yeah, this could be 7, 8 as well. So I don't know more than this isn't a 4, but that has to do for now. Because then this isn't 6 or 7. Right. Can this be 8? If this is 8, then we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, it can. But if that's 8, then no, this doesn't have to be 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, it does. And that doesn't work. 4, 5, this can't be 6, so this would have to be 7. 7. I feel like I've broken it already. Huh. I feel like I've broken it already. 4, 5, 7. Oh, but okay, I don't need to have the 4, 5. That would work. 4, 5, 6. And then we would have 7 and 8 somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't work either. Bother. We have to see all of those, but then this would mean that this is 7, 8, 9. That doesn't work. That doesn't work, right? 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, it does work. I forgot about this one. All right. 3, 4. This could be 5. This could be 6. And these would have to be 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Right. So that means that this has to be 6 and these have to be 7 and 8, doesn't it? Because there's no other way around it. This isn't 6. I do need the 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to be in order after the 4. This, whatever that is. And then we need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 to get 6 digits plus an addition to this one. Right. Right. So right. This can't be 8 because then it's not in order. There isn't enough. 5, 6, 7 don't work here. So this is 1. And if this is 1, then this isn't 4. This is 4. All right, so far so good. All right. And then this is from, it can't be 5, so this has to be 6. This has to be 6. Correct. Then this would be 7 and 8. And then I still need a 5 here and something from 2, 3. Okay. Which I have no idea where. Right. But I do know that this one is, it could be 1, right? If this is 5, this would be 1. That would work. Right. And if it's 2, 3, then this would be 6, 7. That would still work too. Right. Right, this isn't 4, it's from 1 or 2. So this is 5 or 6. 5 or 6. Well, this can't be 4 anymore, right? Having the 1 here. Now we see at maximum 2 here. Well, If we put a 2 here, we'd see a maximum of 3. Say, I don't know. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, we can still see 4. Okay. We can. But how do I see 3? And not that it really, I guess it's not really that important, but how can I see 3 here? I have no idea. Right, okay, 4, 5, something along these lines. I'm getting tired. I'll take a sip of tea. 47 minutes already. That didn't feel that long. I was wondering why I was getting tired. Right, so this is 1 or 6, 7. Can't. Okay. So what is that? It can't be 9, but it can't be 5. Not that that matters. So if this is 1, then this is 6 or 7 again, right? But if it's 6 or 7, then it's 1, isn't it? Yeah. Is that getting me anywhere though? Because then I'm gonna come back here and this could be 5. No, this can't be 5. Ah, that's interesting. This one can't be 5. Right, so it's either 6, 7, or, well, 1, 2, 3. That's not very useful. That's not very useful. Okay. How do I continue now? How do I continue? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But this could be 1. If this was 5, this would be 9, this would be 1, right? That's fine. It's not resolved, is it? Okay, well, this one is definitely not 9, because I don't think any of them could be 9, because there's no way. Well, that's not true. But as long as there is a Dutch Whispers line in order, you can't put the digits in order on it. So, right. Not sure if I can have an 8 either. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the maximum we can have here is 6, because that would be 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these aren't 7 or 8. These are 5 or 6, which still has no impact on that. But it does mean that we need a 9 here somewhere. No, we don't need a 9. The 9 is there. And the 8. If this is 9, does that still work? 1, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can still have 5 here. Oh, 1, 1, 5, 6, 7 is not allowed. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. 1, 5, 6, 7 is not allowed. So if this is 9, this wouldn't work. But I can have, no, I can't have 2, 5 either, because of the Dutch Whispers line. So it would be 2, 6, 7, and that would be 4 as well. So this has to be an 8, and this has to be a 9. This isn't a 5 anymore, so this isn't a 1. This isn't 6 or 7, this is definitely 1. Right. Right, and then this couldn't be a 5 because 5 would require a 9 or a 1 here, both not allowed. So this becomes a 5, and this becomes a... What am I still missing? Oh, a 6 or a 7. Okay. 6 or a 7. That's great. That's blue. And then here we need blue definitely, because it's going to be a 3. Interesting. And that 3 would give me a 7 here, there, a 6 here, a 2 there, and a 3 there. This becomes a 2. And now we know that this is a 2 because it definitely sees 2 of those. Don't know if that matters, but okay. 2. No impact here. This isn't 2. This isn't. This is a 5. Okay, that's interesting. So now I know that this is 8 or 9. And that's 3. No, that's 4 or 5. No, that's definitely 4. And that doesn't work. Interesting. That doesn't work. I messed it up. I did mess it up. 4 would need a 8 or a 9 here, and if we put an 8, the maximum we can see is 2, not 4. Oh, but this is outside the grid. I'm definitely an idiot. Okay, this is outside the grid. How? What am I supposed to do to wake up? I need a stronger tea. I don't like highly caffeinated drinks, so Red Bull or whatever are out of the question. But yeah, maybe I should start putting mate in the mug instead of tea. Right, excuses out of the way. What am I still missing here? I am still missing a 4. Okay. Well, I know that this isn't a 5, so this is... What could this be? Still could... Oh, it can't be 1 either, so this is definitely 6, 7, 8, or 9. Actually, all of those are 6, 7, 8, or 9. Just... Right? Right, this has to be 1 or 2. Just for clarity, because if this is 8, then we can only see 2, and if this is 9, then, well, this would have to be 1. So this one isn't 5. No, it can be. I'm doing this again. I'm doing this again. I'm doing that again. Though I'm pretty sure it can't be 9 because these aren't in order. It can't be 8 either. What's the maximum that it could be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 9 somewhere. So 6 is the maximum. So this isn't 7 or 8. This is 5 or 6. So this, and it can't be 5 because this isn't 1. So, right, this isn't 1, yeah. So this is definitely 2. Just making sure that I didn't take the 1 out just because of this one. I'm gonna find out at the end that that's what's happened, won't I? This would have to be a 9 then. I have no idea what I clicked. Ooh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous, and that is then from 6 or 8, right? Oh, it's not 6, it's definitely 8. Right, so far so good. What can I say? I'm gonna pretend. This is a 7. And both of these are blue, and they are 2 or 4. Right. Right. Well, this one couldn't be 5 anymore because it would require 2 9s. This is 1, 3, or 4, which is good. Well, it's not 4. I don't know how long that has been the case, but it's not. Now I definitely need a 5 here. And if I put a 5 there, then it definitely needs a 1, which is good because we can still have a 1. So this becomes a 3. This becomes a 3, which means that this isn't a 6 anymore. And this would have to be a 6. Right. What am I still missing here, though? I'm missing an 8. Well, which is good. And a 4. Right. This isn't an 8 either. 7 or 9. Right. Right. And if this is a 5, this would have to be 9 or 1. That's not possible. So that's 1. That's 5. Okay. And this isn't a 5, so it's yellow. Yellow, and it's 7 or 8. Right. And I'm still missing a 4 and 7 or 8. 4. Then I definitely need a 9 there. Does that matter? Not sure. What am I still missing here? Missing 1, 9, and 3. Right, this isn't 1, this isn't 3. Does it matter though? Do I have any? That doesn't look like it. Okay. And here it's 4, 7, 8, and there it's, I still need a 5. Huh. Okay, it's 2, 5, and 6. Right, this couldn't be 6, this couldn't be 5. Can this be 5? It can. 9 and 1 are still available. Okay. Right. 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 Can this still be 6? This would have to be 1 or 2. It would definitely have to be 1 then. Yeah, it can be 6. It can be 6. Do I know what that is now? Because I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is definitely 5. Because I can't put anything here that I can see. If I put 5 here, this is a 6 already. Oh, this is a 5. This is going to be more laugh at my expense video than anything else. Right, I still don't know if this is a 5 or a 6. Well, I do, but yeah. What is this? This is 2 or 4. This is 2 or 4. So I see 1, 2, 3. Can't see those. Can't see this one. 4 and 5. So this is 5, which works. Okay. All right. Right. So what's next? What is next? I'm not sure. Well, I still have 1. No, I have more than 1. Does this work? 9. Yeah, if this is 1, well, of course 1 would work. 9. Yeah. Everything seems to work. What about this one? Interesting. What about this one? Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, but it sees, it can't be 1, of course, because it definitely sees at least 2. Can it be 4? It can't be 4 either, because even if it's 7, this is 2 or 3. Yeah, but then I don't know. It's 2 or 3. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no. Right. Okay, let's continue here then. What could this be? If it's 1, then this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's lots of options. And if it's 6, then this is 1 or 2. Well, it couldn't be 2, so it's 1. But that still works, right? Yeah. This could be 5. I do need a 5 in one of those. Could this be 5? I said yes, but I mean this would have to be not. No. We're doing this again. No, this can't be 5. Oh, was that always the case and I just didn't think about it? Because 5, 1 here would need a 9, so that doesn't work. And 9 here would require them to be in order. If we start by 5, then they're not in order. So was that always the case, that you couldn't have 5? I think it was, right? It's always like that. If you put a 5 here, if you put a 5 there, then this would need a 1 or a 9. 1 would mean that this would have to be a 9, otherwise that didn't work. And if a 9 would require this one to be 1. So we could never have a 5 on a Dutch Whispers line next to a skyscraper. I probably could have used it 100 times till now. I didn't notice. I didn't notice. Right, and 1 9, what does that mean? Doesn't mean anything, does it? It doesn't mean anything. Right. Okay, but do I know now anything about this? I still don't know. Wow, that's quite something. That is quite something. What could this be? Maybe that's could this be a high digit? I mean, yeah, 9 could be there still, right? Huh. Okay, quick sip of tea. It has to be about this, doesn't it? I don't see how else. And if I knew that this couldn't be 1, that would be interesting, but I don't see how. 1 6 1. Okay, and if this is 1, then this is 6 or 8. If this is 1, then that's 9. This is 4. 6 or 8. Oh, hold on. 6 or 8 would require, well, 1 2 3 or 4 here. So if this is 1, this is 6 or 8. And then here I need 1 2 3 or 4. Right. Well, it can't be 1, but 2 is fine still, because I can put an 8 here, and it doesn't matter that the 9 there. That would work. It does. So that's not out of the question. And if this is 1, then this is, what is that? 6 or 7? This would have to be 2 then. No, yeah. That doesn't work. If this is 1, then this is 6 or 7. And I'd need 1, 2, or 3 here, and all of them are not allowed. Okay, so this is 6. This is 1. And that's 1 then. And this is 6 or 8. And like I said, then this is 2, 3, or 4. That's a 9. That's 1. Okay. I'm gonna keep on, I should keep on coloring in, right? I should. I've decided that I should. These are yellow. Right. This is 7. This is 9. Doesn't really matter. This isn't 7 anymore. Right. This is 4 or 6, isn't it? Right. How would that work? Okay, this is 4 or 6. I should pencil mark it, because if I wanted a 4 here, would that still work? Definitely not, right? Because even if this is a 6, I would only see 6 and 9. Oh, actually, this is 2, right? Because whatever I put here, I can only see this cell and this cell. So this is definitely a 2. And that's from, well, 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's definitely not 9. Probably isn't 8 either, to be fair, but I mean, that's obvious, right? Because I can maximum see, let's pretend, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6. So, oh, maximum of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. So this is 6. And if this is 6, then this is not 4. This would have to be 4. And this would be 6. This would be 8. This would be 6, and this would be 8. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. Right, but those have to be in order as well somehow. And how would I do that? So 2, 3, 4 would work. Does anything else work? Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, 2, 3, 2, 3, 7 would work as well, or 2, 4, 7, or 3, 4, 7. But they do have to be in order. No, this one can't be 7. This one can't be 7. Right. So what am I missing here? Maybe it's better if well, actually, I know this is 1 or 2, so this is definitely a 2, right? I know that at least. Then I still have 4, 7, and 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8, right? This one can't be 8, and this one can't be 7. But if this is 8, then we only see 1, 2, 3, 4. That doesn't work. So this isn't 8 either. And the same here, if this is 7, then we see 2, 7, 8, 9. That doesn't work. So these have to be 3, 4. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. And that's an 8. That's a 7. That's an 8. And that's a 4. And here I'm still missing a 7 and a 6. No. Why did I messed the coloring. That's why. I messed up the coloring. Coloring them in to make it easier to myself. Then I mess up the coloring. That should make it even more difficult to myself, right? That's how it works. That's a 2. That's 4. That's 2. Right, so what is this? It's 2, because we have an 8 directly here and a 9. That works. Right, I still have 3 things to fill. What are these? A 3, a 4, right, and a 6. And I'm gonna color them for the completionists. Right. Is that finished? It is. Okay, moment of truth. Yay! Wow, that took 70 minutes. Well, it was it was it was highly enjoyable, but I struggled unbelievably with it. Oh, I do hope that you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please like and subscribe and maybe share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.